Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Avowed. Last episode we had to take down a priestess because she was working with the rebels that offed me, so let's go see where this leads. This is probably where I drop down to return, so...
Rebels ahead. Stay away.
These people aren't trained assassins. They're just regular people with weapons.
They're trying to kill us. What else do you need to know?
Alright, let's continue fighting.
Watch out. Pressure plates on the floor. Quiet, Inductive.
Ow.
If you want help burning through that, just say the word.
Hmm.
Everyone okay? You know what that meant?
More ballistic.
More speeders.
What about these spiders? Are they threatening enough for you?
The spiders are just trying to survive. Maybe these people are too.
Guts. Not this sucker again.
I sense a Marius lecture coming.
Keep quiet.
Nothing? I can't break that. Nothing over here. I feel like that opens up for some reason, but I could be wrong. So where did we exit from? Yeah, over here. I think I can upgrade this now. Yeah, I don't know if I want to though.
Beyond sync!
Can't believe I missed that.
That key opens the big double doors we saw on the way here.
Remember that time in Emerald Stair? You let that thief take all our supplies.
He was starving. I wasn't gonna kill a man over a few rations.
We needed our supplies. We almost died without them.
True.
You let your heart get in the way of your survival.
When did you?
Blessed day now. Like it?
It still needs work.
Hmm. Can't bust down that door. Or wall, should I say. Damn, this place is kind of... huge, expansive. Hey, we're back here.
Why would you waste time building a deadly trap when a simple no entry sign would suffice?
You're still mad about that thief, but we made it back to town, even without our supplies. You think everyone's out to get you. This is why you don't have more friends.
That was close. That crazy SOB blew himself up. Trying to take me out with it.
Right behind you.
Level 9. Um. Kinda. We need to get up there.
So, would you have killed that thief for taking our stuff?
New dude. Someone's up ahead.
Remind me not to spook you.
I would have sent that thief on his way without our blessed day supplies. Then he would have died. How do you know? We didn't.
Oh no. Ah, man. Ah.
Over there, the left. Probably disables the blades.
Hate it so much.
Here.
That sucks. I was trying to get that lockbox, but my character is like, ah, nah. I'm gonna push you over the edge instead.
Like a choke cat.
I was just getting warmed up.
Oh, they actually had something for me.
Get ready. My money says our assassin's on the other side of that door.
So it is true. You're alive. You're truly alive.
Spoken like an assassin who's confident in his work.
Well, how could this be? I killed you. The whims of the gods are a mystery to us both. Stay your weapon, please. Hear me. Let me speak for Paradise. Then you can decide if we part as friend or as foe. Envoy, I killed you because the people of Paradise have suffered under the boot of Adir. Because it was not the ambassador's face that appeared to me in a dream, but yours. Your face was as clear in my mind as it appears to me now. You were standing under the sign of Adir. Your feet became roots and reached deep into the soil, wrapping round Ardra in the darkness. Dreams, visions, they can be confusing things. I took the vision as a call to kill you in the hopes that I might stop Adir from conquering this land. Perhaps higher education would have given me pause. Stay by hand. Perhaps not. I cannot imagine what the gods want for us, but you are at the center of it. The proof stands before me.
There's definitely something. It's written all over your face.
The only thing standing before us is a bunch of well-armed people. Let's take this slow. No sudden movements.
The gods aren't finished with you yet. You tell me, godlike. You have me cornered, but I will not hesitate to defend myself. Cowardice is not our way. My fate is in your hands. Do with it what you will. The Deerans have bought most of the property in Paradise, pushed out many of the families. You installed yourselves at Fort Northreach to police trade and fishing with no authority. Adir now controls the import of all foreign goods, forcing Paradisans to deal with your people to get them.
That may not be the whole story, but it's part of it.
Such dealings are regulated through Adiran contracts, contracts that are both deceptive and manipulative. When Paradisans dare to challenge these contracts, we're punished by the Steel Garrote. Whatever wrong I've committed against you, I will not apologize for striking back at Adir.
Normally, I'd say if someone tries to kill you once, don't give them a chance to do it again. But I think he's actually come around to something. It's rare to see a real change of heart. Rarer still to have the opportunity to give someone a second chance. Don't squander it.
If you spare him, he'll just kill you again. I doubt you'll get a second chance. Not a huge fan of cold-blooded murder. We survive by removing threats, and this guy is a threat.
If you're guided by the hearts of your companions, then they too serve the gods. You mean it? You have no thirst for vengeance, no righteous desire for justice.
Not the path I'd take, but hey, I only get to die once.
You're really letting us go? At least we agree on that much. Thank you, Envoy. If our paths are meant to cross again, let it be in peace.
Big mistake, Envoy. He killed you once. He'll do it again.
So why did they
When a
switch from
warrior
calling me
acts with honor,
envoy
we
to
mark the
envoy?
occasion with a gift, and in my case, an apology. Please, accept both.
Free. The hair forgives. The tide ebbs on the placid shore. We learn. We twine.
You know, it's harder to keep you alive if you keep setting free all the people who want to kill you.
Relax, Marius. If he wanted the envoy dead, I doubt he'd send us away with presents. Impressive. I'm starting to see why your Emperor trusts...
Don't bother going back the way you came. Between the pillars to the right of the stairs. That's your way. One more thing. Thanks. We were wrong about you.
How do we know there's any
The Deerans are true to their word, usually to a fault.
What about the priest? You really think he's back down?
Oh, she's gonna kill us. Never doubt it. But we'll give her a chase shield.
No more lockpicks. Unfortunate. Alright, where? Go this way? To the door?
Hopefully you made an ally here today, envoy.
We'll definitely sing them. You all but guaranteed that.
Unfortunately, I don't think the friends of the embassy will be happy about this.
I never really expect them to be happy about anything. I have some thoughts, Envoy. Let's talk about it at camp.
Yay. Didn't have to fight. And I only did that because there's an achievement tied to it. Okay.
Do not succumb to fear.
I remember the family who lived there. I really thought they'd make a go of it.
Don't make eye contact. They'll attack your peace of mind.
Damn, I just want to climb up. I guess I can't. Such a weird hitbox.
Whether dreams had a taste here once.
Alright, so we got some questions at camp.
Tell me you brought good news.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get these combos out of the way. Can't wait to see what more areas this game has to offer. Because I'm already fighting tier 2 enemies, which means if you look at the... So tier 4... We need talons. Cave coral.
I'm sure you had your own reasons, but I'm glad you helped those two fugitives get to Thirdborn. A lot of people in your position would have left them high and dry, or turned them in. Yeah, I thought so too. We've all been there. I'm just glad to see people get a second chance. And I'm relieved to know you're the kind of person who's willing to grant them, even when your official duties might suggest otherwise. I can't wait to find out. By the way, now that we've gotten to know each other, let me know if you want to train together. I've been watching your form, and I think we could learn from one another. Yeah, I've watched your form as I've gotten to know you, and it's excellent. You're smaller than I am, but I picked up a few tricks from seeing the way you move on the battlefield. I'm happy to return the favor if there's anything I can teach you. Some of that is sheer stubbornness, but I can give you some pointers on your stance, too. That's it. You got the hang of it. I look forward to seeing what you can do when we get back out there tomorrow. In the meantime, get some rest.
Ooh, +2 Constitution.
Not everyone warrants an assassination attempt, you know. You should be flattered. What I find interesting is how you handled him. You really had him at a loss when you let him go. Me too, for that matter. Don't get me wrong, I'm impressed. Not many in your position would have let him walk away. I think the Living Lands has a way of wringing the tenderness out of those who survive it. Even though most of us come here looking for a second chance, it's rare that we offer one. Why'd you do it? I suppose that's appropriate, coming from a scholar. I'm afraid we haven't seen the last of this conflict, though. Eagwolf isn't the only hothead in the Living Lands, and he's certainly not the only one with his hackles up about all you Adira newcomers. And Ludwig and the Steel Garrote are only making matters worse. They're a match to a powder keg. Your ambassador and the rest of the Adiran forces have been dragging the frontier, kicking and screaming towards order and civilization. All the things that half of us moved here to escape. Then, one day, Ludwig and the Steel Garrote show up to reinforce the Adiran presence, and they're as harsh as Wodaka herself. Mine, too. I understand discipline, but you've got to know when to give. It remains to be seen whether Ambassador Hilgard and Ludwig are rowing in the same direction. But I fear there's trouble on the horizon, especially if the Steel Garrote's tactics win out. Like it or not, their differences could make trouble for you, especially since the Steel Garrote is here under Adir's flag. And I worry about what that means for the rest of us. Except it's more than your head on the chopping block. I promised someone I'd do my part to look after all of us riffraff who've made a home here. My best chance of doing that is helping you investigate this plague and keep a lid on tensions. And, hopefully, fend off any future assassination attempts. The feeling's mutual. It's nice to share a campfire again. I think that's enough doom and gloom for one night, don't you? Sleep easy, Envoy. As best you can. We should be safe enough, but I'll take watch, just in case.
It's not every day you get to deal with the person who killed you. And since you set them free, you get to deal with them again sometime in the future. Putting trust in the gods is like wearing a blindfold in a dark room. You can't see, but there wasn't any light anyway. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I think. You found the assassin, and you're still alive, which means well done, Marius. Anyway. Pleasant dreams. No offense, but you leave a pretty wide trail, Envoy. I mean that anyone who wanted to track you down would just have to follow the murmurs and gawkers in your wake. An Adiran official who's new in town turns a lot of heads, especially when they're traveling with a Nim dude like Kai. Stick with Kai. You'll find out. Well, we've worked together in the past. It was mostly him crashing blindly through the weeds after I advised him not to. We found your assassin. Maybe I can help you avoid being killed again in the future. My guess is you'll need a guide once you leave Paradise, too. They say I'm the best there is. Merci, Envoy. I'll make myself at home. Anyway, enough chat. I'm sure you have things to do. By the way, never met that Orlan girl before in my life.
What Orlan girl?
You remember. The one in the camp in Shadow Peaks? With the thing on her head?
Let's see. A Yora collection.
Oh, yeah. Nice eyes, chipped tooth. Thinking about her again, huh?
Alright, now we can talk to the ambassador. And maybe, hopefully, just maybe, we can proceed on to a new area. We can't really upgrade anything right now, so...
Oh, Envoy, you return. And you brought a friend. Ambassador Heelguard, at your service.
Always nice to meet an Adiran who isn't trying to goad me into a fight.
What of these rebels? The streets are full of rumors, but your word is the only one I trust. You what?
Can't wait to hear how you spin this tale.
Envoy, tell me this isn't true. When an Imperial envoy is killed in the streets, the motive is irrelevant. We needed to answer this challenge with blood. Don't you see what this will do to our credibility? Thanks to you, these rebels will continue to undermine our work in the Living Lands without resistance or fear. Worse still, now everyone knows our flank is exposed. Oh my gods, Ludwig is going to eat us alive. She will do the talking. The best we can do is grovel.
Do you really need Marius and me here for the groveling, or...?
There's nothing to be done. All we can do is brace for the inevitable, though it may damn us in the end. Oh, yes, that. I'm sending you to Fior Messi Verno, a community of Valian expatriates deep in Emerald Stair. The Animancers may have some knowledge of the Dream Scourge already. Learn whatever you can from them. Animancers draw power from the spirit world. Their dark research can twist, break, even corrupt the very soul. The Empire has no tolerance for Animancers, and with good reason. Their work is dangerous, heretical. Governor Vidaro will be your first point of contact. I'm told he's barely keeping the community in order. Seek him out if you need direction. Good hunting, Envoy.
The still Garrote?
Heelguard.
No.
Why is it that whenever I hear your name, it's because you've disgraced the Empire?
No, strangling light. Keep her away.
Is that, her?
Inquisitor Ludwig. So kind of you to join us.
While you brood over the Dream Scourge, this island is coming apart at the seams.
Stay your wrath. Allow me to present the Adiran envoy, dispatched by the Emperor himself, to aid us in our time of need.
At least someone knows the meaning of respect. I can't believe you troubled the Emperor to send an envoy. Haven't you done enough to flaunt your incompetence?
Under the circumstances, I thought it might be...
Silence. You busy yourself with the Dream Scourge. A mere fever and chills, leaving the real work to me. I have scoured this island and faced the truths from which you cower. The Living Lands is on the brink of total collapse, and you have ignored the discontent in your own city. Now, the Envoy's killer roams free, unpunished, spreading word of our ineptitude.
The blame is mine, and mine alone.
He's got more backbone than I would have thought.
We should be better than this. Leading by example. This island has seen nothing but us at our weakest. What say you? I've been saying this all along, but his solution was to go over my head, to summon help from across the known world.
If you're done eviscerating me, you'll be interested to learn I'm sending the envoy to the Animancers of Emerald Stair.
You are ridiculous. Emerald Stair is under assault by the very wilderness it claims to have conquered. The Animancers cling to pride and tradition even as they dig their own graves. That might do us some good, or it might lead you nowhere. I can't take the chance. Clearly, I've wasted my time with you, Ambassador. From now on, I will break the frontier on my own terms. You are free to disagree with my methods, but you cannot stop me. As for you, Envoy, farewell.
Tell me you're a bad guy without telling me you're a bad guy. Seems like final boss energy to me.
She is going to be a problem. Sometimes I wonder. Put her out of your mind. The Dream Scourge is more than enough for us to chew on, at least for now. Since Liviana gave you a clean bill of health, you're officially cleared to leave for Emerald Stair. Fair warning, Animancers and Adirans don't mix well. Their kind can be a tad unhinged. At least you'll have that in common, if nothing else.
They're a fun bunch. Crazy, but fun.
Wonderful. Now I have to keep a tight grip on my soul on top of everything else.
Should you cross paths with Ludwig, well, try not to. I have no idea what's gotten into her. Safe travels. I'm told Emerald Stair is beautiful this time of year.
We can head to the Eastern Gatehouse when you're ready to go to Fjord.
Alright. I guess this area is done for. Everything's explored, mostly. If we have to come back, I'll do so, but I don't think... achievements. Fort Northreach. Forgot to do that. Yeah, I don't want to keep reading into that. The spoilers, so. Let's go to the camp and then we'll just leave from there after we discuss it with Marius. We got a permanent constitution buff, so we have some health right now, so that's pretty good. Documents. There it is.
Fior Messi Verno, huh? Guess if you're looking for an animancer, that's the place to go. I don't know about all that. They decided to settle in a hostile forest and use animancy to conquer it. We might get there and find that these people aren't as ready and willing to help you as you hope they are. Yeah, looking forward to dragging you people through Emerald Stair, on the distant chance Fior will be feeling generous with their time. I've led a few people there from Paradise or Thirdborn, and I've almost lost someone on every trip.
Someone's slipping.
I said almost. Just glad I can help. Right, changing the subject.
All right.
Before I've done some reading.
Let's go ahead and head to Emerald Stair, new location. Wait.
Haze, mirrors. We have touched something like your dreams before. The leaf remembers the stem. We have questions. We must know. A killer freed. A predator returned to the woods. You bled and forgave. Why? Should he not suffer for your pain? Compassion for the snake. He killed our beloved. Our weeds tangle. This is not our way. A dam broke. We wept in the dark when your soul slipped away. We feared for you, felt your agony. We could not forgive. We bide our time. We wait. Wake now. We have tending to do.
All right, new location. The graphics are so-so. I mean, it is what it is.
Envoy. The eyes of Paradise are still upon you. Watch your step.
I'm not even gonna lie, I forgot.
You got lucky with the last one you set free, Envoy. Not sure I'd risk it again.
You spared us. That does not mean that we have lost interest in you. Your mercy for our compatriots has not gone unnoticed. Take this. We deem you worthy. This time. We trust you will remember our gratitude.
Okay. Oh. Oh. I always find a way. That is strange. Super strange. Why is... I don't necessarily know why. Does that fix the issue? Was it a rendering error? Seems to be a rendering error.
Hold a moment. They tell me you're going to Emerald Stair. Business or pleasure? Well, just remember to cover your mouth, sneeze into your elbow, and sleep with lavender under your pillow. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwine barged past me. She was looking none too pleased. Don't thank me. In fact, keep my name away from Ludwine's ears. Better if she doesn't know I exist. Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwine's on the prowl. Tread lightly.
So Ludwine's somewhere out there doing who knows what. Wonderful.
Given how angry she was about Eagwolf, probably best we give her a wide berth.
Emerald Stair.
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradise. I had no idea how tense things were with the Adirans moving in. And now we have to worry about whether the man who killed you is going to try again.
It's what most of us come here for. I only wish more of us really got one. Unfortunately, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Adiran soldiers.
Oh, I hear you. Unfortunately, if you're marching shoulder to shoulder, some of their stink is bound to rub off on you.
I don't like that Ludwine woman. She gives me the vricas.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift. Taking in the slack is one thing. They look ready to strangle each other with it.
Then it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm? Unless they have their own use for you. That's what's giving me the shakes.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dream Scourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
Just mind how close you get. Their experiments don't always go as planned.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fior is, an interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of Animancers who'd soured on politics in the Republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches. All surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island. Right. You know, present company excluded, and all that.
Don't take it personally. Marius only does this with people he likes.
I'd say something back at you, but I'm just not feeling it for some reason.
See what I mean? Just wait till you meet the Animancers. It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
They don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the living lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops. We'll find out soon enough. And while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods. Tama. He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway, you won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delimgon bloom.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines. Well, you came to the right place.
You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy.
Let's get started.
That's the spirit. What about you, Marius? What's next?
I have, things to do back in Paradise. It keeps me plenty busy.
Come to think of it, I haven't been to Emerald Stair in a while, and the Envoy's never been. Know any good guides we could hire?
None that could help the two of you. You need the best guide in the lands to keep you from getting yourselves killed.
Yeah. Who else is going to show us which mushrooms we can eat, and which ones want to eat us?
Now that you mention it, you're gonna need my help if you're traveling through the lands with this Nimdut. I have 2 rules. No campfire songs, and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
All right. Oh, no dream sequence. Kind of shocked about that. See how big the map is for Emerald Stair. The map we got in the beginning was pretty good sized. So I'd have to say it's a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. I hope it's a little bit smaller, but way bigger. Okay, I can work with this.
Fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She knocks. We would answer.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you? Don't take that tone with me, darling. There's a beautiful vase right in those ruins that I cannot reach. And as sharp as my wits are, they're a poor substitute for a ladder. But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned. There's a vase in this ruin that's too high for me to reach. Fetch it for me. I can pay you in skates if you do. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yatsley. Wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do meet the most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 faces that don't require going into some ancient ruins. No one listens to me.
Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty interesting space. These guys kind of hurt a little bit, so try to keep our distance going forward. Okay, we're getting more materials now.
Beyond sync!
Who's ready for more?
Yay. Tier 2. Clifftop sinkhole.
Darling, you are aware I can see you digging through my things, and... Andra's titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the vase down, but alas. Thankfully you and your little friends came along and saved the day.
Excuse me. We're all bigger than you are, Nimdude.
I may be small, but my magic is not, I assure you. Of course I can. Are you a wizard as well? Remarkable. An Adiran godlike wizard. You're nearly as fascinating as this godless vase. But I'd best pack up. I want to get home. I have a new artifact to study. Thank you for your help, godlike. Even if you didn't have a ladder.
That's something I hope never happens again.
I've got a few inches to spare if she changes her mind. Nice shot!
Oh, it was killed already. All right, camp location.
Granted, I don't come here often, but
At least most of this is like flat land, so there's no like verticality, I guess, in this area. So that's pretty good. Where is the...
You should keep an eye on that scrape on your arm. You don't want it to get infected.
it barely even counts as blood. It's a scrape.
That's the worst kind of flesh wound.
There's the workbench.
Lots of open skin contact.
The armored mask. We dream of steel and charred earth and flame. The memory binds. from her. We fear for us, for you. Blazing ire, it burns and feeds upon itself. Pain through the smoke, we recall. You are not safe with her. We reach, the spines tear into us. We pull our hands away. But the old scars do not lie. We burned once. Burned. We know. A storm from the same spark. All pain cuts with the same blade. Steer clear of the scourging fire, or extinguish it. No recourse but teeth. The flame spreads toward the garden wall. Listen. Have care. Have care.
All right. More bears.
Beyond sync!
Target. Let's see what happens.
Beyond sync!
Good one.
Worth that. Worth that.
More bears, bro.
Take a moment, people.
What is this?
People weren't hungry enough.
I don't see what's the problem.
If you can't see it, I doubt I can explain it.
You're the first. I'll take what I can get. If the gods don't bless us with a harvest soon, this market will be empty come winter. Really? You know the gods don't exactly favor animancy. Some say the old gods aren't here, or maybe they just don't care for the living lands. If you need an animancer, you'll have to clear it with the governor. He lives in the big manor on the far side of town. Let me know if anything strikes your fancy.
Definitely want all the lockpicks. Should be... should be fine. There we go. Okay, so Emerald Stair, Dawn Shore. No, this is one. I don't know about this area. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what areas there are in this game. Yeah, this place looks a lot more desolate and barren.
Beyond sync!
Hey, grounded.
Beyond sync!
Show me what you got.
Beyond sync! Rush that rock!
On your right.
Beyond sync!
One for you. Good fighting.
Anything else? No. I want to get to the town so I can end the episode, pick up the bounties so we have a place to start going.
Word of advice, give a wide berth to the governor's manor. Giata's about to tear that poor man a new one. Well, I hope you have a stomach for profanity.
Huh. A woman shouting profanity at leadership? Reminds me of home.
She came storming up the hill with a wheelbarrow full of spoiled crops. Then the shouting started.
Animancers fighting? This I have to see.
This isn't the first time Giata's put the governor in his place, but it might be the last. The governor's manor is on the far side of town. You can't miss it. Just follow the sound of foul language.
I was hoping to learn some local curses.
Looking forward to seeing what it looks like when animancers fight.
The local cuss words.
Ah, the Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way. As am I, in a way. Forgive me. I'm Captain Alfir, captain in the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy. While they theorize and do nothing, the sickness spreads. But worry not, envoy. The Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adiran interests when the time comes. We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
Have you heard? Giata's causing trouble at the governor's mansion again.
She has a point. We should do something about the Dream Scourge. Not simply wait for it to pass.
Be careful with that kind of talk. The governor has ears all over town.
Okay, nothing in there. Let's go see what the shopkeep has. Maybe a map of some kind?
Would you care for a refreshment? If you're... we have... Then
I don't really care what
imagine
these guys have to
what
say.
we could accomplish if now.
Practical pockets.
Spirits are truly wonderful. How
Careful! You will get thrown out of the pond.
Well, apology. But
Alright, quest.
Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been? If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate. My 2 youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here. Praise Ilia. Their names are Belena and Adalaro. I doubt they'll be apart. They were good rangers once, but since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to, I wouldn't have put it that way, but all right.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
2 young Nimdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. Know what I mean?
What would you do?
It's funny. Anything else? Anything here?
Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble
Oh.
watch. Is that Gelarde? This is star metal. Very rare stuff. Where did you get this? Nay, don't tell me. I'd be tempted to go looking for some more, and that would certainly not end well. No. Unfortunately, I don't know how to work the metal into anything useful. Only enchanted. I did receive a shipment from Sola's Keep recently, however. A mace crafted out of star metal, brought to me by a trader from Galawain's Tusks. I suggest you make your way there if you are looking for someone to work that beautiful metal into a proper weapon.
Galawain's tusks? Come on, it can't be that complicated. I bet you 5 skates a Smith and Thirdborn would know what to do with this stuff. And I'll take your money eventually.
Is there anything else I can help you with, Anika?
Oh, shit. Exceptional. Lodestone. No wands? I guess you wouldn't sell wands. Take the lockpicks. For exceptional. I don't know. I think I'll keep my money for now. Anything else? 6 quests. Okay, we'll go pick them up.
What's the meaning of this?
Come on. My invention is guaranteed to enlarge. Just laying waste to our home.
There is no dream scourge in Emerald Stair.
The land begs to differ, and I can prove it.
Oh, no.
Those Delamgan. They're not evil, it is just...
Okay, where? Okay, I guess they're not. One there. It's not too bad.
It's just in there. Nature push back against the expansion of civilization.
Is there any more quests? I don't see anything.
Oh, you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the dream scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead. I was calling on the spirits of the recently dead to follow the guidance of Bareth, god of death. I am asking the spirits to forgive us for our negligence and continue on their way without anger. The dead of Fjord expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry. That's exactly it! Well done! I have always observed it, and I brought it with me when I came to Fjord. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone, they bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
I had to take the food. The fate of Fjord depends on it. I know Elena would understand how important it is to pay tribute to the dead. The ritual heals all. The spirits get one more taste of life, and the living get to offer one last gift to the dead. You must take these offerings of food and place them at 3 grave sites where the recently dead lay. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast. The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here. The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fjord, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds. I believe it will do exactly that. The spirits will find closure and rest, and the living can move on from this recent tragedy. Be careful, friends. The angry spirits lash out blindly. I cannot predict what awaits you at these graves.
Next time you want to tour graveyards, I'm staying at camp. We should help the living and let the dead rest.
I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
Okay. So, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, press comment, rate, subscribe, thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.